Hello, welcome back to Wasted. I'm Jade Starr, joined as always by my favorite friend who knows the seriousness of staying hydrated, Alish.
It's really important.
Yeah. Especially when you're 100% water.
Well, mostly water.
Mostly. I mean, even I'm mostly water.
Yeah, but you're less mostly water.
That's true. You know what else is mostly water, but slightly not water? The booze over here at the Gin and Gout.
No rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. Ha! Rounds! Yes, barkeep, appoint this old fool another round, please. Oh, hello there, wastrel. Under what misfortunes have you sought audience with the Accursed Courier?
We'd talk to this guy, so I'm gonna get right to it.
Details are a bit fuzzy, for booze does not a functional mind facilitate. However, lend me thine ear, and I will relate to you, to the best of mine current mental abilities, the sad tale of the poor wastrel I last delivered unto death.
The Accursed Courier basically gives you a randomly generated dungeon.
I see. Yes, a cooler. The wastrel was a man. The place was crawling with SOBs.
And, like he hints at the start, he's not entirely sure of the details because he's been drinking. So these coolers are slightly different than any of the coolers that we've been in before. We are going to see things and people that we haven't seen before. Some of it might make sense. Some of it might just be the ramblings of an old drunken courier. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, this is analogous to the daily runs and other roguelikes.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I had something, but I forgot now, because I have the memory to goldfish.
The pangs of hunger subsided as the wastrel enjoyed a snack.
Oh yeah, he narrates.
Yeah, he narrates, it's
that.
great. Yeah. Get more of his weird, like, kind of vampire accent. Right, so, this mixes and matches stuff from all four of the coolers. The guy we're looting right now is a junk dog, which is the gang that is in the area of the third cooler. Things we haven't actually seen yet. Look at us. Very fashionable. Oh, right. The coolers, or these courier runs, start you off with basically nothing. We started off with like a pistol, 30 rounds, and crap clothes, and maybe a med stim.
Alas, a trap most unexpected.
And it can be really at the mercy of the RNG sometimes, like how things get going. Really under through that grenade. Thankfully we found a couple of things in the cabinet, but it can be kind of bad when you start off with, you know, a pistol, basically nothing else, and you run into a room like this. If you get a few kills, at least you can usually get a decent gun and some ammo. But for the most of it, you are under-equipped, under-supplied, and the cooler is going to be far more packed with enemies that drop less resources than the main game. That was the first chimp. Definitely the California Highway Patrol, but in the wastes. And they only show up in courier runs. So they are actually kind of the reason to do courier runs, besides for fun or finding other things. Chimp armor can only be found in here. And it's really good armor. Just have an officer's shirt on.
It's
The
very
wastrel
doofy looking.
descended
Yeah.
ever deeper into the madness.
most of the time, the courier rooms like this are a bit more of a clusterfuck than the normal coolers, because they'll spawn, like you saw here, baddies from 3 or 4 different factions in one room. And you can play that to your advantage by letting them kill each other, but they're also usually just pretty tough. Maybe they see you first. And then the other thing is the purifier timer. You might notice it's not very generous, and it's only going to get worse.
Sort of the nice thing about the courier runs is that the basic... I forgot about the raccoons.
Yeah.
Just so unnecessarily swole.
I mean, I feel like you're throwing some shade about the unnecessarily swollenness of something when, you know, glass houses and all that.
All the swollenness is necessary.
Yeah, okay.
But anyways, like I was saying, so for a daily run, a lot of roguelikes have their dailies either be like something tied to meta progression or just sort of like a score attack.
Oh god, I ran out of ammo. He's shooting me full of bullets. So this is actually both of those that you mentioned, though. Well, actually, maybe not meta progression. I don't know.
It's not really meta progression.
No, it's just progression.
Yeah.
It's loot.
It gives you loot, but the goal is to go find loot, something good, and throw it into a courier box.
Yeah.
So this is more analogous to what I would call like the scav runs in Escape from Tarkov, where there's no risk to you, like there's no risk to your progression whatsoever, but you can find something nice and it can boost your progression, or at least give you the opportunity to, you know, make future runs.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Something.
Yeah.
The poor wastrel ventured ever deeper into the labyrinth. Death smiled wryly at what he had in store. Actually, the pangs of hunger subsided as the wastrel enjoyed a snack.
So when we got in here, there was a message, your feet feel fuzzy. There are, I guess, random effects on the floors occasionally. I don't even really know what all of them do. I don't know what your feet feeling fuzzy mean. Some of the other ones are much, much more obvious, and we might run into those. I can't remember. I did a practice run where I got entirely too far, and everything became incredibly, incredibly silly. Because there's no bottom to the cooler, like the actual coolers in the main game. Let's see, 7 is the admin office. So that means 8, 9, 10 are actually like things. So floor 11 is the end of every cooler in the main game. You can go way, way past that in these runs, but the game kind of wants you to end at some point.
Butterfingers.
That's not good. And so the game starts ramping up to difficulty in various increasingly blatantly unfair ways the farther and farther you get into the cooler. I already have kind of a hard time just keeping enough ammo stocked to kill the enemies that are in front of me.
I feel like the rat-a-tat-tat is not the most ammo-efficient weapon.
It's not. During the main game, it's probably a little better than the doozy in that regards, because it's actually accurate and you can land your shots.
Yeah.
But also in the main game, it's pretty easy to find lots and lots of pistol ammo. I feel like there's just less containers to loot in the courier runs. So here's the courier box. It only has 1 slot. Look at these armor. A hit, 2 speed, or I'm sorry, 2 armor and a speed. Those are pretty nice stats for a piece of armor.
Especially because hit also increases your armor.
Yes. also increases your melee, and we're gonna have to resort to that a bit, and oop, the booze fell over. Okay, never mind, I'm out of here, those didn't look that good. I think because of my practice run, I wasn't getting the pop-ups. Yeah, see, there's like the malaise. I don't know what that means, maybe it's just that it's dark and foggy. So you can drink booze during a courier run, and you will get the full effect of it. But obviously there's nowhere for you to return to. Like, you can't go home, it doesn't end the run. You just wake up on the next floor down, and you lose 5 maximum HP. So you can keep going, but there are a lot of things that just kind of, I guess you could say, difficulty curve the experience, so that while there is no actual finite limitation to how far you can run these things, you know, you can't keep drinking booze because you're ruining your max HP. Enemies and keep getting tougher, and supplies keep getting. Eventually, the courier run will kill you. And you don't even need to go that deep, really, to have success. Like, I have found the couple pieces of chimp armor that I was looking for to stash in a courier box. Like, as long as I get that at the end of the run, I can die now, and it's a success. Now, you do need to do...
ever deeper into the madness.
You do need to do something. You need to do well enough that the Accursed Wastrel, or I'm sorry, the Accursed Carrier, deems the run successful and give you whatever you stashed. So we're already starting to see kind of the evolution of the baddies. This is a kitted out, tough, modded out SOB trainee. Unfortunately, the bees have full buckers, which are like scoped hunting rifles, which are good, but you have to shoot people in the groin or else you do like half as much damage. Also, you remember the good old days of Video 1 where I was complaining about inventory space and management?
Yeah.
Yeah, guess what's back?
You don't have any fanny packs.
No.
But I did notice that you did not pick up the music player.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's really no purpose to it. I guess I could have. We'll find one eventually in the main run.
Eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed that one of the things the music player gave was +1 carry.
Yeah,
Not that having it gives you more inventory, just that having it doesn't take up any inventory space.
Ow.
It pays for itself.
Yeah. Dealing with that robot was really not worth it. Those fucking laser guns hurt. Also, how would our viewers be eagle-eyed? We haven't gotten any floor booze yet. Oh wait, we got Butterfingers. Come on.
The poor wasteland
They may
ever
eagle-eyed.
deeper into
Right.
These corridors promise to be most
Yes.
Yeah.
Dominating presence.
Oh yeah. Feel like the purifier's gonna be here way ahead of schedule. Oh, I think I saw something in there. Yep, I did. Just gonna ignore the firefight, the explosions, and nope, misclick that, misclick that. There it is.
The wastrel was thirsty to be sure.
Alright, have fun, guys. Oh, actually, why? The purifier is right there. Oh, I guess I'm gonna take their pants. I like the 2 shoot 2 armor set. It's basically the 2 best stats that I would ask for.
I mean, we've shown on the stream that going heavy into hit, especially with the chimp's hit armor, it can actually be quite good.
Oh yeah.
Melee weapons do a lot of damage, so they're not subject to armor as much.
Well, a lot of them have special properties, like the katana ignores a large chunk of armor, like 3 points or something, which is a lot.
There are definitely some drawbacks to having to fight enemies. But one of the nice things about the chimp melee set is between having a lot of hit and the armor that the set gives you, you don't take very much damage from anything.
One of the other sets has speed on it too, which also is very helpful for closing the distance.
And just moving through the levels faster.
Avoiding purifiers.
Pangs of hunger subsided as the wastrel enjoyed a snack.
Thankfully, the purifier follows kind of the same AI rules as everything else. It's an SOB. It shoots at anything that's not an SOB. Oh god. Okay, you know what? Fuck this drone. Out of here. It's not worth it. Okay, that sounds great, but it's actually more annoying than anything else.
Ah, liquid ambrosia kissed the wastrel's lip. Hard be it
It's
to
a really good
believe
reference.
the wastrel
Yeah.
opened their eyes again.
Yeah, of course.
A malaise hung heavy in these holes.
Hey, who turned out the lights? So this floor is dark. Yeah, the painkiller though usually just means every time I set off a tripping mine or something blasts me in the air, then time just slows down at like the most inopportune time or right after something has gone wrong. It's just like, god damn it. Ow, that thing shot me for like 30 maybe?
Let's do it.
All that for 4 rounds of ammo. The Vice shirt's also pretty good. A lot of shoot, slightly less armor, but then some obelit, which, you know, if you're throwing grenades around.
Aren't there also a couple of explosive weapons that use the blit?
Yeah, the rocket launcher, which I believe is called the Pew Boom. You can also make a potato gun. Except it doesn't fire potatoes, it fires grenades.
Right, yeah.
Actually, I might be conflating two things. So there is a improvised grenade launcher, which I think is just the Chick Boom, which is a modification to a shotgun. And I think there actually might be a potato gun that uses taters as ammo. Hey. What? Huh. I forgot about this. I don't know what's going on with that. I've never encountered that before.
Probably the flask would have a hangover that you already have.
Buzz, but yeah,
Cat,
yeah.
or buzz, yeah.
That is my best guess in post retrospect that it either had perforator or butterfingers on it. But that would also have meant that the generation of these flasks are ignorant of what buzzes you have when you enter the floor. Like that they're procedurally generated without any context of the player. Which I would have imagined that they would have, you know, been like, well, if you have perforator 1 out of 1, take it out of the pool of things to generate.
I mean, they could do it that way. The main reason I think that they don't is because this is more or less follows the same caveat of a daily run, which is anybody playing this run on a specific day is going to have the same randomly generated
Oh, right. And if they didn't choose to drink it earlier. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
It's not ideal, and there are other games that do daily runs that will essentially do that like you described, where it just basically re-rolls it if you already have it. I think this is the first time I've ever seen that message on an unmarked flask.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever encountered that before, like, just through any of my other previous full runs.
I suspect you could only ever see it in a courier run.
That maybe it works in the main way, or the main run the way I think it would, by pulling out things that spawns.
Right.
Okay. God, they're all over me.
You should poop a sack.
Yeah. It's a weapon. You throw it, and then you get one of those little Cuda puppies, Muta puppies, whatever, to run and stick to the enemies like they stuck to me.
That's a lot of hit on one piece of armor.
It is. I think it's something I hadn't seen before, which is why it stuck out to me.
Moving in.
I forgot to look up when entering the bathroom.
Not something most people really have to worry about. Oh, there's a chick.
Yeah. Probably could have gone for it.
I don't think you actually have to pick up shotgun ammo.
I haven't. Mostly because I don't have ammo for space. Like, if I had found a couple of fanny packs, I'd be scooping every ammo, and just so that I always had something to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's rough with only 10 slots.
Deeper and deeper still, the wastrel continued.
Chattering of 1,000 metal teeth. Pretty sure I know what this one is.
Is it bear traps?
It's bear traps.
Oh, okay. Is that a reference to some other roguelike or anything?
It might be.
It's a fine.
Oh, here's a great mistake. Don't open locked doors in the courier run. Behind them is only pain. In case that was a bit too much. Oh yeah, it's definitely bear traps, isn't it? Oh god. Oh god! Okay, we survived. The tough SOB recruit, or whatever it was, that was behind that locked door, had 125 health. And is still chasing me.
I'm gonna kill you!
Oh no, I'm sorry, 145 health.
Throwing caution to the wind, the wastrel partook of a strange.
Not like super exciting.
No.
Ever close.
It's more useful, like, I was gonna say single player, but like main campaign, I guess, as something that will just last a lot longer and just kind of save you ammo over time as you run a cooler. For right now, it's too powerful to make a difference, especially when I spend so much ammo per kill. Oh god. Yeah, don't open locked doors in here. Everything is terrible. Absolutely a giant. Oh fuck me, really? Just a giant resource sink. In theory, I mean, I'm like, maybe there's something cool back there. But just every enemy takes far more to kill than they're really worth when they have those kinds of stats. And it didn't even drop anything like a +2 pistol of awesomeness or anything. Because there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
At best, it's dropping like a lewd rat-a-tat.
That's something I kind of appreciate about Wasted, is that there is no, like, infinite progression or, you know, very extensive progression. There are a few guns that are better than others, but, like, you find yourself a, an Emigrand relatively early, and you may never replace it as far as a rifle weapon, at least until you die.
Yeah. Maybe you go for a Clash or a Slab Clash if you want to run rifle ammo.
Squeal, piggy!
I guess the 16 if you can deal with burn fire.
I mean, from what I've seen when you've used it, I think the 16's accuracy makes it pretty nice. But yeah, it's less ammo efficient than the Grand, and the Grand is really, really good. You shoot people in the head, doesn't take that much rifle ammo. So how do you know when you've done enough for the courier run? Because
You die?
okay, there's nothing that actually tells you.
I mean, there's the points in the top left of the screen, 27,243. What the breakpoint is to appease him, I don't know.
Cowardice had taken a hold, and the wastrel removed the item. The wastrel made a payment unto death.
Also, I'm pretty sure the rocket launcher is like the Super Nintendo Scope 6.
The Super Scope?
Yeah, or whatever that was. Yeah.
The wastrel quaffed some booze, and peace washed over.
You know, this doesn't really do much, but it's an
They
excellent quality of life
arose,
booze.
head pounding in time with them.
So I was distracted with my own booze. What did I drink?
The wastrel couldn't help.
It's the one that makes you immune to radiation pools.
Oh, the
and
glow.
Makes you glow.
Yeah, no, the glow is great.
Ooga
Not having to just jump or take chip damage every time there's a radiation pool on the ground or a Roddy explodes in your face, or the Muta pupaes. It's just really, really great.
Squeal, piggy!
Also, the lighting, I guess, you know, helps out. Sometimes it's dark, especially in here.
Squeal!
God, that thing had 135 HP. And it's just a regular enemy out in an open room. This is the point where I think the cooler's like, you've had enough. It's time for you to go home. That said, I think I got a practice run to floor 27. It was not a fun time.
For a second, I thought they had said Methacune.
No. It's a Masakun, like a mother coon, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Remember what I said about not unlocking
Found some fun.
doors down here?
Time to
Well, I should have listened to my voice. I thought, like, hey, that was real slick, right? Well, now there's a tough Shimp's Piglet with 215 health. Oh.
Death was at hand. Actually, death had finally arrived, and the poor wastrel's soul was delivered unto him. The wastrel's long, storied journey had come to an end.
So we did it. We got 33,000 points. Woo! Look, there's Jaeger at floor 17.
Clearly he didn't open this door.
Yeah. That was what I found was the key to deeper floors
Mere
on my
moments
practice
later
run.
that I would receive a delivery contract. I ventured deep into the cooler's belly and sought out the courier box that would hold the poor wastrel's offering. Stashed within, I found this item. Though I cannot speak on my master's behalf, I am assured he was most pleased with the offering. Here, as the recompense for hearing an old man out, may it ever remind you of the inevitability of death. Now, if you don't mind, I must retire to my after-booze slumbers. Pray return back tomorrow, and maybe I'll have another wastrel story to tell.
We've got
Hey,
Barstone's
Olish.
best on tap.
Pray return the gin and gout.
It doesn't really have the same
Who's running the skills?
sort of
Me, Jim Atomic. Ain't
feeling.
remember if I
I don't know.
said this already, but can't rightly tell if anyone's even listening to this anymore. Reckon it's time to
They don't send you half an hour away and then immediately call you to come back.
There want to send old Jim a holler. Right then, ain't been much for quitting anyway. Now, where's that booze? That's all for today.
We've got
I've been your
Barstone's
host,
best
Jim
on
Atomic,
tap.
and this has been The Buzz.
Just want to listen to a little bit of Jim Atomic because he's kind of like shoot, what was that guy in XCOM 2? The radio host.
Oh, yeah.
My friend John Radford, who goes is telling me that the resistance. That guy. So that's the cooler run. You can do that once every 24 hours, real time, and we have one nice piece of armor to show for it. But much like the Accursed Courier, now is time for me to take a nice after booze nap. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'm leaving this in, by the way, Olish, as we slowly fade out.
I was just thinking that you needed to do the link pearl sound at the very end. Yeah, the chime that you get in the cutscenes where everybody's like, pray return to the making sounds.